Hello, so today I'm doing a video that is going to be my teeny tiny mini review of the movie Him. Now I'm filming this on my iPad, so ignore the quality, but I've been meaning to do this for a while, but I had a lot of work to do, so I never got around to it, but anyways, now I'm doing it. So I have seen this movie, I want to say 5 times now, I think. Once in theaters and then at home. I really liked the movie, and I'm gonna get into why in a minute. But firstly, I want to say I watched this movie for oddly specific reasons because I had seen stuff about it, I had heard of it, but I didn't really look into it. I was like, okay, whatever. And I had seen a couple of like headlines and stuff, but I never really paid attention to it. And then I was scrolling, doom scrolling as everyone does, and I stumbled upon this random interview, this Tyreek Withers interview, and I was like, wow, he really looks like Campbell Scott, specifically in the movie Dying Young, which is a movie from 1992, I believe, or 1991, something like that. And I was like, wow, okay, now I'm gonna watch this movie just because. Yeah, so this is partially Thirstiness Prevailed movie watching, and so I went and watched the movie and I was like, oh wow, this is actually really good. I don't know why people were personally attacking it and acting like it wasn't a good movie. And this is coming from someone who doesn't really watch horror. Like, horror movies aren't my thing. And I just, it's not my typical genre, but I really liked it. I thought it offered good commentary, like social commentary, and good commentary on America in general, just because that kind of whole cultish celebrity worship, sports worship thing that goes on in America, and how people kind of force their personal dreams and ideals onto their kids, and it's not necessarily something the kids wanted to do, and the kids don't even realize until they're older and wake up, so to speak, into this realization that they really are not their own person, that you're kind of being pushed into an agenda since you're born. And the reason I say specifically in the US, because to me this is a very Americana-based movie. It could be applicable to other places, but it just feels very American, very USA brainwash-y to me. Now, I really liked all those aspects, and then of course they had the theme of selling your soul and this whole thing, and what are you willing to do for fame?
Chasing validation from strangers because your father didn't love you.
And I really loved that it touched on that, because that's a theme I've always kind of liked in stuff. And one of the scariest versions of those I've ever seen, to me, was in this episode of Casper the Friendly Ghost. And he has this friend, and there's a witch, and basically she wants to be a dancer. And so the witch comes along and tells Casper's friend, like, hey, I'll make you the best dancer in the world, da-da-da-da-da. She makes this deal, she sells her soul, she does whatever. And the witch is like, you have the shoes. She gives her magic shoes to be a dancer, and she's like, you have the shoes, now do the dance. The only, I can't think of the word, but the catch is that you have the shoes, but you have to dance forever and ever and ever. You never get to take the shoes off, and you don't get to decide, like, this, that, and the third, even if you're tired. And to me, that was a perfect metaphor for fame.
Is she happy with my dancing shoes?
No, she can't stop dancing. Please, Witch Weevil, stop the dancing shoes.
She shall go on dancing forever and ever. For making me sore, you shall ride the broom forevermore.
Which I think Him also captures perfectly, because it is very scary to not have control over your life and your things and what you want to do. And I think that is what this movie kind of showcases. Like, this is a whole careful what you wish for kind of movie. And I've always liked that plot. And I think it's a really good movie. To me, I would watch it again and again. I would get the DVD of it. And I don't say that often, because everyone's always telling me, they're like, oh, you don't like anything. And I'm like, yes, I do. On occasion. I feel like Tyreek Withers specifically brought a lot of oddly specific Gen Z humor to this movie. Just little things that are thrown in there. Just little key elements that I don't think are, that a lot of people would get, but it's very funny. If you know, you know type deal.
Verse Tribulations 1:4, thou shalt do the light-skinned face. Type shit.
And I really loved it. I thought Marlon Wayans was good in this. I hadn't really seen much of stuff that he did, really. Like, it was funny because I watched it with my sister and my friend, and they were like, hey, is that Marlon Wayans? And I was like, yeah. And they were like, oh, he's acting different in this. And I was like, oh, well, I wouldn't know, because I mean, I don't watch a lot of comedies. Comedies and horror are just the two things that I don't do. I don't watch those. Like I said, this movie watching experience was fueled purely by thirst alone. I was like, oh, okay, whatever, I'm gonna watch this now.
Pump fake, pump fake, and then we're gonna slam dunk. Come on, come on. Can't wait. Come on. Don't hurt yourself.
And yeah, so that's how we got here. But the plot was actually really, really good. I really loved the movie. 12 out of 10 would recommend. I would watch it again and again. I thought it was a good movie in conclusivities. Like I said, I would give it 12 out of 10 quality content. Just something you can put on and just, you know, well, you're supposed to turn your brain on, but you can also turn it off. Because like I said, it's actually, I think, a deeper movie than people realize when you look into the whole brainwashing aspect and the whole cult-y aspect. And like my mom, she was watching it with me, and she was like, she didn't realize how culty the national anthem sounds and how brainwashy it sounds until you listen to it as like a culty chant, which they do at the end of the movie. And I'm like, yeah, that's why it's always like the Pledge of Allegiance and the national anthem. To me, those have always sounded very cult-ish. But yeah, so I would recommend this movie. I think it's a good Halloween-y movie. I think it's a good scary, not really scary movie. So if you like movies that are like, think about it, you know, that kind of whole deal. The only thing that I think could have made it even more hoopla-y than it is, I think they could have incorporated like the HBCU college culture. I don't know really where that would have fit, but I think it would have been a really cool touch to the movie, because this is kind of general American college Americana, which is super duper cool and it's always fun to look at. But I think that would have added an extra element of like, wow, pizzazz to the movie. But I really loved it. So yeah, so that is my quick little review. So I thank you for watching, and I will see you in the next video.